We'll start off on the crash pad. So the very first thing we're going to do is teaching the proper base, and we do this by using a crash pad. So we're going to start with a base. We're going to pick up our back foot to make sure that we've got our chest over the knees over the toes, and then from there we're going to make sure we've got great horizontal and vertical leverage on an imaginary target, and we're going to work exploding off on one foot. Right here you can see that we've got an excellent base. The knee is over the toe. We do not have very good horizontal leverage though, with our elbows really wide. I do like the fact that our thumbs are up. The vertical leverage here is also really good at the end, but it's not very good to start. You can see that our eyes are down into the ground. The eyes need to be up and through the target. So overall, some good and some bad there. Here again, we have a good base, but we're not developing a lot of power. So clearly this individual's got to get that knee more over the toe to develop his power. I like his horizontal leverage. I like his vertical leverage. Elbows are tight, thumbs are up, eyes are through the target. So that's a good rep, but we need to be more out. The next phase of this drill on the crash pad is now we're going to take 2 steps. So there we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to work that same drill right here. Great job with his vertical leverage. Horizontal leverage could be just a little bit better. The thumbs are up, elbows are a little bit wide. You love his eyes right through the target. That part is really good. And the knees are out over the toes, which is where his power is coming from. So that's really good. Right now, we're starting the drill with our eyes in the ground. So right now, I already don't like the base and the stance. I also don't like the base because the knee is not over the toe. That is the most important part of the base. We're clearly working 1 step here. And again, we're too high. You'll notice the finish. Look how wide the hands get. The reason the hands are wide is because the elbows are wide. So horizontal leverage is poor. Elbows are not tight. Elbows need to be much better. Again, adding the next phase of the drill. Now, again, we're continuing to work a couple more steps. Okay, a little bit too vertical here for me. But otherwise, I would say that this is a really good example of taking a couple steps and having good horizontal leverage. Right now, we are finishing with the elbows tight and thumbs up. The eyes are through our target. Our vertical leverage could be a little bit better. It's hard to see, though, when you don't have a scout. Now we're just adding the last phase where we're running into it, and we're adding the knee punch. So right now, you'll notice the knees are over the toes. We've got really good horizontal leverage, vertical leverage. Eyes are through our man. And you'll notice this is a great knee punch as we work the finish. So that's the first progression of teaching our block destruction. The next progression is now we'll actually work punching somebody. You always want to start with the base when you're teaching block destruction, which is why crash pad is first, having a great base. Now we're going to add the punch in. So first off, to start, we're going to have everybody partner up. This gets a lot of people going and a lot of reps at the same time. The drill is going to be 3 whistles. Every whistle you reset. So these guys are going to get 3 reps, then we'll switch, then these guys will get 3 reps. We're starting in 6-point stances. Our toes are curled, and then we're working our punch right now. Okay, you'll notice this guy right now ends up with really bad horizontal leverage. His forehead is not underneath the chin. These 3 guys down in the bottom are much better. The horizontal leverage and vertical leverage is good for these 3. Good horizontal leverage, tight elbows, thumbs up. Bad vertical leverage with his head. So now we're going to reset. The first thing that I'm going to do always to teach vertical leverage is I'm going to put my hand right over somebody's head. That's going to keep their forehead underneath the chin. You'll notice this rep is much better, much more powerful. His hands are tight. His eyes are right through his target. And you can notice that he knocks this guy back pretty good. The scout was not ready for the power that he was doing because of his improved vertical leverage. Now we've got the 3rd rep in a row, and now it's his best rep yet. Great vertical leverage, forehead under chin. Great horizontal leverage. Really good finish right there. Really good finish. These 3 veterans were really good on all of their reps, but you notice the progression of that individual. Now we're going to work 4-point launches. We've already got our hands in. Now we're going to emphasize the finish of the drill and the extension. This is a clinic quality rep by 36. You can see that he's already got great horizontal leverage with his elbows tight and his thumbs up and his hands on the chest. He's got great vertical leverage because the forehead is clearly underneath the chin. All of these guys are doing a great job. You can see right here, 47 on the left, his thumbs are up. As I play, 36 does the great job knocking his man the farthest back. We need more power. We need a better base, even in this simple drill out of these guys over here. Number 11, you'll notice his elbows start to get just a little bit wide. His horizontal leverage needs to be a little bit better, but I love 36. That is a clinic quality rep. Now we switch and have everybody go again. Now 52's got the clinic quality rep. These 2 guys are really good at it. Really good Starting position, horizontal leverage. I can't see his elbows. I can tell his thumbs are up. His forehead is underneath the chin, which tells me his vertical leverage is good. Excellent knockback. Really good job being explosive. Let's look over here on the left. 26 is doing a good job in a lot of areas other than his elbows getting wide. So that's why we do this drill, filming it this way right in the middle of the field, so that way we can see those things. That's a critical part of the coaching so guys can evaluate themselves. Now, we won't start engaged, and now we add the punch back into it. So now we're working a 4-point launch, adding the punch. We're not engaged. Watch 36. Great job with his horizontal leverage and vertical leverage. Forehead is underneath the chin. His elbows are tight. And look how far back he knocks number 52. That's very explosive and powerful. We need to get everybody else doing it that way. That was an excellent rep. So now we've added these parts to our progression. Now we're going to add the finish, and we're going to work the knee punch. Again, I love starting things on one foot because it really makes guys develop power from a bad position. This is a difficult thing to do, but it's a great thing to emphasize. So right now our back foot is up. Let's watch number 21 right here in the middle. We're going to start with our near foot in the ground. The knee has to be over the toe. We cannot take a false step because the other foot is up. So we have to generate power and have a great base. We got to have good vertical leverage, which he does. Horizontal leverage is good. The elbows are tight. The thumbs are up. And then you'll really notice right here, look at him punch the knee right there. That's excellent knee drive. It can be a little bit more towards the crotch. We don't want the knee going out. We want to punch the crotch. We'll work obviously right leg and left leg. Now we've got 2 feet in the ground. This now becomes a much easier drill. Let's watch number 47. Horizontal leverage is good. Elbows tight, thumbs are up. Vertical leverage is good. And he's doing a really good job with his knee punch. Really good job bringing the knee through the crotch. That is the knee punch. Okay? Same drill filmed the other way. Now we've got everybody watching so that they can learn. This is one of the hard parts about having a tall guy go against a short guy. Sometimes the vertical leverage isn't what you want. That's okay when you have a great base, knees out over the toe. I've got my eyes through my target, and I've got great horizontal leverage. And when you knock him back, the vertical leverage improves. So sometimes that happens with a tall guy. I also love the fact that we added the finish to the drill. We added the rip. We're finishing the drill unblocked. We will finish every drill unblocked. Now, right here, the first thing that you notice on this rep is that we have a false step because we didn't have a very good base. We also have bad vertical leverage in the fact that the eyes are looking down and not through the man. We want to look right through the sternum. Yes, his forehead is under chin, but power comes through the eyes. He has no power here, even though his hands have a really good punch. You see he has to reset himself there a couple times before he actually gets any knockback. So a good learning example about having a bad base and his eyes not bringing his power with him. Next, we're going to work the finish. And again, these are all teaching drills. So now we're just going to work the chop. We'll do the same drill with the rip. Right now, we're going to stack to one side, fall back to the other, and we're going to work a club, chop, and then stack. So there's the club, back arm chop, and then we're going to stack the blocker. And again, we're finishing every drill. Now we're finishing with a tackle. But the emphasis of the drill right now is working the chop, beating the block, and we finish every single drill we do here at North Dakota State. Now we're just going to work over the top. Now we're working a club, chop, stack, and finish. Again, here's another rep of working a club chop over the top, get the offensive lineman stacked, and finish.